In this video, I'm going to be saving you all the trouble and telling you about 5 ways that you can go about saving $1,000 very quickly, even if you're currently living paycheck to paycheck. Now, when I say 5 ways to save $1,000, I don't mean 5 easy ways to save $200 each. I actually mean 5 easy ways in which you can save $1,000. So if you choose to, or you can do all 5, then you can save $5,000 very quickly and easily. Now, I want you guys to tell me this. How much money do you currently have saved up and what's your age? Comment down below, and even if you have negative $35, then that's fine. A lot of us have been there. So comment down below and let me know how much money you have saved up right now. Now, before I get into the 5 ways that you can use and save $1,000 easily, a very quick reminder here, if you're new to the channel or you're watching one of my videos for the very first time, my name is Ian, and I post videos here on YouTube every single day on topics relating to making money and personal finance. So if you'd like to see more of these videos, then give this video a thumbs up. I'll really appreciate it. And also consider subscribing to this channel and turning on all the notifications. And that way you'll be able to get the updates every day when I post a new video here. Now, the first way to save $1,000 really quickly is to cut your expenses. Usually when you don't have enough money, it's because you're spending more than you earn, or you're spending your money on things you can't really afford. So for example, if you get paid $12 an hour, right? I think that's almost around minimum wage, so we can use that. So let's say you get $12 an hour. You spend $2.10 on freshly brewed coffee at Starbucks every single morning because you love coffee and it helps to get your day started. Now, nothing is wrong with that, right? However, you get paid $12 an hour and you don't actually get to make $12 an hour. Remove about 9% for taxes and you're left with about $10.92. That is your actual earnings per hour. Also, factor in your health insurance cost and dental insurance cost, which your employer may pay half of, but you'll still have to pay half, and also 401k contributions and anything else that you have deducted from your paycheck. You will find that at the end of all these deductions, you're only making maybe $8 an hour, and that's if you're single. If you have kids, then you most likely have them on your plans, so it's going to cost you a lot more. So now you truly have about $8 per hour, or that's what you earn. You work 8 hours per day. This means every single day your true earnings that you can spend are about $64. Your Starbucks that you have every morning is costing you $2.10, and that's probably basically freshly brewed coffee. For a month, you would pay $63 for one single coffee every morning, or that's what it would cost you. So you're basically working an entire day to spend an entire day's paycheck on Starbucks. Now, of course, $63 isn't going to help you a lot, but this is just an example of how reducing your expenses can help you. If you also get lunch and dinner from a restaurant, you could be spending anywhere from 12 to 24 hours on average per day on those meals as well. That brings your daily expenses to about 50% of your income. If you were to make coffee at home and take it with you, and also prep your meals at home as well, you could cut those costs down by 60 to 80%. The same goes for bottled water and soda, which is bad for you, by the way. But if you buy these at, let's say, a vending machine, you're spending 2 to 3 times more than if you were to purchase them at the grocery store, and water is usually free everywhere. Bring a reusable bottle and you can fill up on filtered water. So instead of living paycheck to paycheck, you can actually change the way you spend, and this will allow you to save a lot of money very quickly without sacrificing too much. So create a budget, and instead of thinking about removing things from your life, think about how you can get the same things done for less. So if you need to drink 3 cups of coffee every morning, then instead of going to Starbucks, think about how you could do the same and make the same coffee but for less. Apply this to all your expenses, and without cutting anything out of your life, you could save some money. You'll have more work to do, but if you want to save the money, then that's what you'll have to do. The second way to save $1,000 quickly is by paying yourself first or saving first. So you created the budget and you're now doing things in a more cost-effective way. So you now need to prioritize saving, and you do this by making it one of the very first things that happens when you get paid. Now, I like SOFI Money because SOFI Money allows you to create sub-accounts in the app and stash money in different sub-accounts for different things. I've left the link to it below. So when you get paid, you want to save some money before you do anything else. Your budget will also allow you to know what this should be. So it could be 10, 15, 20, or 30% or any amount of your income that you determine. Now that way you're always consistently saving towards getting to that $1,000 that you need to get to very quickly. So that's a second step right there. So you reduce your expenses, which now gives you room to save. So instead of spending $240 every week on food, you spend maybe $50 every week on food, and you get to save the difference, which is $190. Now, the next way that you can save $1,000 really fast is by using the money you have saved to work for you. Now, I'm doing this in steps. So you can create a budget and you can save, and now you make that money work for you. Now, one of the most popular ways for saving money quickly is by using the envelope method, which is good and it works, but that's about it. Instead of putting your money in an envelope for short-term savings, I would recommend you put that money into maybe a high-yield savings account, and at times these can yield as much as 3% APY. So instead of keeping the money in an envelope, you give the money to the bank and they use it, and they give you interest on that money. If you're saving for a long-term goal, then you can choose some of the investments or some investments to hold that money and use it. So for example, you could purchase a bond which is very safe and gives you a fixed return for a set period. So if you know you need to save for 9 months, then you get a bond, or if you're open to a little more risk, you can use the stock market or an ETF. An ETF would probably be better since it's safer than individual stocks. So the main point here is that instead of just having that money in an envelope, you should put that money somewhere, and that way it also grows and works for you. Now, the fourth way to make or to save $1,000 really fast is to get some extra work that pays. Pick up a side gig or a side hustle for a weekend or a few extra shifts after work. If you need the money and you think you'll continue needing more money, then you should start looking for ways to increase your income. And apart from having a side gig, you can actually look at switching jobs to get paid more. Maybe you'll have to get some kind of certifications or some level of education which is short, but can help you to get a higher paying job. So if you need money, think about either switching jobs because you could be underpaid based on your experience, and you should also look into picking up extra shifts or starting a side gig. Now, the final step or tip I want to leave you guys with is to be patient and not lose any money while you're doing this. Don't fall for the get-rich-quick schemes where you pay $199.99 for a course from some internet guru who is going to change your life in 24 hours and make you into a multi-millionaire in a week. That usually never works. It only works for the gurus. Also, be realistic and try not to be impatient. If you're making $12 an hour and you want to save $1,000 very fast, then fast in your case may mean 1 to 2 months. You wouldn't realistically be able to save $1,000 in 3 to 5 days making $12 an hour unless you had no bills and no expenses, and even then you would still need some extra income to get you there in weeks or in a week's time. If you got a second job or extra income, then maybe 3 to 4 weeks would be doable considering you have bills and living expenses to take care of at the same time. So if you follow all these steps, which you can, you will be able to save money even if you're making minimum wage and living paycheck to paycheck. Let me know what you guys think about these tips and comment any other helpful ones that you use to save money and manage your money. I hope you guys found this video very helpful, and if you'd like to see more videos just like this one, then give this video a thumbs up, as that's the way these videos get recommended to more people here and can potentially help someone else as well, and it helps the channel out a ton, and I'll also really appreciate it. Also, don't forget to check out some of my other videos here on credit cards, banking apps, savings accounts, investments, ways to make money, and much more. Also, don't forget to subscribe and be sure to turn on all notifications for this channel, as that's the only way you'll be able to get the updates of when I post new videos here. And remember guys, I'll be posting a new video here on YouTube every single day. I'm also leaving a couple links down below to free stuff and free cashback offers, so be sure to check all the links down below in the description for all kinds of free stuff, which includes SOFI money. Once again, I hope this video was very helpful. All the best with saving more money and managing your money, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow.